Hey, I'm Jason Hanson. I'm a former CIA officer, and right now I want to talk about ammo. Before we get to that, make sure you like, subscribe, turn on that ring notification. But, like I said, let's talk about ammo.
Please welcome back former CIA officer Jason Hanson.
Former CIA Jason Hanson.
This handsome fella is Jason Hanson.
This is Jason Hanson, former CIA guy.
I love guns. I own a lot of guns. I got more guns than you could shake a stick at. The majority of my guns are 9mm, and the reason is because bullet technology is just amazingly advanced right now. That's why the FBI went back to it. I've carried 9mm pretty much various things I did in life, various government agencies, and it works, it gets the job done. So of course there's the old saying, if it doesn't start with a 4, blah, 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 blah. Back in the day that was true, but now 9mm is, it's great. As far as ammo, I like Spear Gold Dot for my self-defense rounds, Hornady, also great ammo. The self-defense rounds, you have to pony up the money. But you're not going to the range, blowing through 500 rounds a day. You're gonna make sure it works in your gun, which is always important, then use your training ammo. Pay top dollar when it comes to self-defense, the stuff you're using for a home invasion scenario or concealed carry. When you go to the range, use the cheap stuff. Now, as far as ammo, as I said, most of mine is 9mm. I also own a lot of ARs, so a lot of it is 223. Those are the two most common calibers. Now, I do own some 38 specials. I do own, an AK and a few other guns. So I do have that ammo, but not in the large quantities of my 9mm or my 223. How much ammo should you have? Well, how much money do you have? I have tens of thousands of rounds of ammunition. I'm not going to tell you the exact number, but I have a lot. And here's some of it. People ask me like, hey, what do I have to do? Do I have to put it in some super secret thing or whatever? If you're storing it in a cool, dry place, which is where it needs to be, you just have it in the box. This is just some Federal I have, and just keep it in the box. You don't have to do anything fancy or anything crazy. But again, it's got to be in a cool, dry place. If you're storing it in the swamplands of Florida, well, you got problems. Then you want to put your ammo in a Mylar bag. You want to put in some oxygen absorbers. You want to seal it with a hot iron, and then you can bury it if you want or keep it somewhere. But you gotta keep it. You got to keep it out of that disgusting moisture, which is going to put mold in everything. Now, another thing when it comes to ammo is I recommend not keeping all your eggs in one basket. A very dear friend of mine just had his house burned down, and it happened lightning quick. It started in the attic. For some reason, he said the smoke detector didn't go off, the smoke alarms. They smelled it, and they had enough time just to grab a few things, but literally less than 5 minutes, the house was engulfed, everything was gone. So do not keep my tens of thousands around of ammo that I have. It is not all in my house. I've got it spread out in different places. What are those places? Well, I'm going to give you what the FBI calls a clue. One place that is great is a storage unit. So there are storage units all over this country. You can get them pretty cheap. You don't need a huge one, just one the size of a closet. But get a storage unit for a couple bucks a month, put your ammo in there. If you live in a cool, dry place like I do in Utah, well, then you don't have to have a climate-controlled storage unit. If you live in Florida, well, then yes, you need a climate-controlled storage unit to store your ammo. Put it in there, and it's going to last forever, again, if it's climate-controlled. So spread it out. If you want to bury it, as I told you, Mylar bag, oxygen absorbers, can never say that word right, put it in an ammo can and bury it. That's fine too, but spread out your ammo. Maybe you're going to have a fire like my friend unfortunately did, so you're glad your ammo's elsewhere. Or maybe some jackbooted thugs are going to try and kick in your door and confiscate some things that they have no right in confiscating. You never know. It's always just a good idea to diversify. That's what your financial planner tells you. So make sure you diversify your ammo, your guns, and all that stuff as I do. When it comes to, hey, how long can ammo last? How long do I need to cycle out on my gun? If you're storing it right, it's going to pretty much last indefinitely. You don't have to worry about hey, it's been 6 months. I got to change out my concealed carry ammo. What I usually do, and again, it's gonna last pretty much forever. You don't need to do this. But the habit I've developed is every single year, whatever I've been carrying in my concealed carry firearm, whatever I have in my home defense guns, I'll go to the range and shoot it out and put fresh ammo in. You don't have to do that. I just like every year. It's just a good, yearly number thing I like to do. To each his own. Figure out what works best for you. But make sure you got plenty of ammo. Make sure you put it in multiple places. Make sure that the first time you buy self-defense ammo, you run it through your gun just a few rounds to make sure it cycles right. And then after that, keep buying ammo as much as you can. I believe again, going back to the financial stuff, you've heard of dollar cost averaging, meaning, hey, just invest $100 a month over time and it all evens out. That's what I believe in doing for your ammo. So just buy a little bit each month. Obviously, some months it's going to be more expensive, especially these days. and back in the day it was a lot cheaper. So I didn't go out and buy 100,000 rounds of ammo all at once. You know, I don't have that kind of money. If you do, God bless you, God bless capitalism, and do it. But if you don't, just buy whatever your goal is. Hey, I'm gonna buy 200 rounds a month for the next 10 years or whatever it might be. And before you know it, you'll have a ton of ammo. I'm Jason Hanson, former CIA officer. Make sure you like, subscribe, turn on the ring notification, and go buy some ammo today.